Hello, my name is Jason Laney, and I'm the Warning Coordination Meteorologist here with the National Weather Service in El Paso, Texas. And this is a web briefing to get everyone on the same page about several impactful type weather events that we're going to be seeing as we progress through this Thanksgiving week. So here's what we're expecting, and things will begin to unfold a little later on this afternoon. By the way, this is being recorded on Monday afternoon, November 25th, 2019. So starting tonight and through the day tomorrow, Tuesday, strong winds are going to develop as one storm system swings by. Now, there may be a little bit of light snow at times in some of the higher terrain of the Gila and the Sacramento Mountains, but for the most part, this is going to be a dry system passing by with just a lot of wind, but the wind is going to be extremely strong and could be damaging in places. Then we set in with the precipitation. Rain gets started on Wednesday evening and continues through Thursday, and at times, especially in the higher terrain of the mountains, we could be looking at a wintry mix of either snow, sleet, freezing rain, or all of those combined. So it could definitely be a wintry mess in the mountains, especially Wednesday night and early Thursday morning. Then we get another wave of active weather coming through on Friday as a cold front pushes through with strong winds again from the west and an additional bout of some snow, primarily for the higher terrain of the area. So we'll start with the threats for tonight and Tuesday, that being the wind. We've already issued wind advisories for just about the entire area. On the left-hand side there, areas shaded in orange, we expect winds of 30 to 40 miles per hour, possibly gusting as high as 60 miles per hour. And the areas shaded in yellow, still windy, but not as windy, with winds of 25 to 35 miles per hour, gusting to 50. And on the right-hand side of your screen there, this is a snapshot of about midday on Tuesday of what we think the wind gust could potentially be. And no doubt about it, it's going to be quite windy. Then the precipitation comes in. We're going to start with the precipitation approaching the area from the south about midday or so on Wednesday. By Wednesday afternoon, it's pushed to the north, covering most areas. Areas in blue there, that is the snow. Areas in pink, well, that could likely be what we're talking about with that wintry mix of snow, freezing rain, and or sleet. And that could easily be in some of the areas surrounding the mountainous areas there in parts of Hudspeth and Otero counties. So Wednesday, especially Wednesday night heading into Thursday, looks like we could have some very slick wintry travel for some of the higher terrain and certainly a lot of wet weather elsewhere. So then we go through time with the precipitation threat continuing on Thursday. Now notice I've got an arrow in there. We're going to see winds aloft come from the southwest starting on Thursday. That's going to transport in some warmer air. So the areas of pink and blue, which represent wintry precipitation, all disappear by midday on Thursday. It all changes over to rainfall for most of us. And while it looks like it's going to rain all day, I think the rain is going to be off and on and intermittent, but we could still have some impacts for the Sun Bowl parade, which is basically the first half of the day on Thursday. This, of course, is Thanksgiving Day, and we will at least see some occasional showers at times there. So you put the 2 days together, Wednesday and Thursday, we could see a lot of rain. On the left-hand side there, our total precipitation, and we could exceed 1 inch of total rainfall across many of the lowland areas and approach that as we head towards the north. And on the right-hand side there is our snowfall. Now notice around, say, Silver City, up around Cliff and Gila Hot Springs, we're only looking for 1 to maybe 2 inches of snowfall out of this first wave of precipitation Wednesday night, early Thursday morning. Sacramento Mountains, you're likely to get a little bit more, 4 to 6 inches of snow around the Cloudcroft area. We have not issued any winter weather advisories yet, but that may come to pass. But certainly, if you're going to be traveling in the high country, do be alert for the rain, or the snow that is, but that snow will turn back to rain, I think, once we get into the day Thursday. Then Friday, we get that next wave coming through. This is actually the parent storm, believe it or not, and it's going to push a cold front across the area. So that kicks up very strong west winds. It brings in another bout of some precipitation and also some colder air coming in our way as well. So as we go through the day, this cold front will march from west to east, and it will bring scattered showers, but more importantly, the higher terrain gets another shot at snow. And because the snow could linger into early Saturday morning, maybe even midday Saturday, we could see quite a bit of snow, especially across parts of the Gila with this late week system. This is a day a lot of folks will be hitting the road traveling. It's a big travel week. We all know that. So when you look at the actual liquid equivalent or water equivalent We're not going to see as much rain in the lowlands, maybe a third of an inch of rain. But notice that's an inch of water equivalent up there in parts of Grant County and western parts of Sierra County there. And a lot of that's going to come down to snow. So if you go to the right-hand image there, the total snowfall, Gila Hot Springs, 6 to 8 inches of snow, maybe 4 to 6 inches of snow just to the north of Silver City. 3 or 4 inches of snow in Silver City as well. And yes, Cloudcroft, you'll get another 4 to 6 inches of snow. So while you're going to probably get 8 to 10 inches of snow total this week in the Sacramento Mountains, it'll be broken up half and half from one system to another. But all of this could come at critical times when folks are doing some traveling, so we do want you to be careful out there. So summarizing the impacts, we start tonight through tomorrow with big winds. That could mean possible power outages as well as some damage to tree limbs, power lines, and maybe even some roof damage depending on how strong the winds get and whether some of these areas are exposed to the strongest winds. Then we get icy and snow-covered roads becoming a big impact across the higher terrain late Wednesday evening through early Thursday morning. That, of course, means slick roadways and dangerous driving conditions out there. Elsewhere, wet roadways could still be a problem for folks, even where it's not snowing. Then for Thanksgiving Day, it's a big day. We have parades. We have a lot of family events scheduled. And, of course, the parade could see some rainfall. I don't think it'll be a total washout, but if folks do plan to head that way, umbrellas, rain jackets, probably not a bad idea. It'll be chilly. It won't be extremely cold, but it will be a chilly rain off and on at times during not only the parade, throughout much of the day as well. Then the strong winds return on Friday as that big cold front powers through. We'll get a little bit of rain here or there, but more importantly, we return to snow in the mountains where snow-covered roads could make driving treacherous once again. And this time, because of the winds, could even see near blizzard conditions in some areas, especially in the Gila because of poor visibility with the blowing snow. So we've got several different weather events that are going to be going on starting tonight through about Saturday. And then from Saturday on, while we'll be colder, we will clear things out. But definitely this means that we're going to continue to monitor the weather for you throughout the week. We invite our emergency management officials, our partners with the school districts, travel, TxDOT, NMDOT, as well as our media to continue to stay in touch with us. The best way to reach us is through NWS Chat. If you're one of those groups, you know how to get there. Otherwise, for our public, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, we'll keep you updated. Don't forget, we have a website at weather.gov/El Paso. So as conditions change, which we're sure they will, we'll continue to keep you updated. Thank you so very much for your